this represents the heart that Zena and I have for the bar industry, for the restaurant industry, and that is we really just want to create an atmosphere where people can get together over a drink and share ideas, share values, share stories. There's a lot of things that happened over a drink. The freedom of this country happened over several drinks. True story. George Washington had a really big bar tab. It's kind of funny. Look it up. You can Google it. If it's posted on Facebook, you know it's true. So what's happening here tonight is, yes, we're offering the spirits that we're very proud of. However, Uriah also has plenty of spirits that are zero proof. Another word for that is non-alcoholic. I like zero proof better because I don't like calling them mocktails because they're not mocking anything. They still are cocktails. They are an intended beverage crafted with intention to create an experience. So when Zena and I got into this, we said we want to do that. And while we're not at the point in our revenue flow yet to where we can get creative, I've already told my distiller when we are, we're going over the line and we're going to start building Montana-made zero-proof spirits so that Uriah has more variety on his shelf, and so that ultimately, no matter who you are, no matter what situation you have in your world, everybody is welcome to this bar. Because at that point, it's not about the alcohol, it's about the drink. Right? So it's just universalizes everything. Everybody's welcome. Everybody gets to feel like they get to be a part of something. And that's what we want to create. Because that's Montana. And so that leads me to the second point. When we were putting together our business plan, which was really taking over a business and then reinventing that business, we said, well, what do we want to do? And I said, well, I have a newfound, well, first of all, respect for the manufacturing of distilled spirits. It is kind of cool. It is manufacturing. We literally are pulling stuff out of Montana's ground. Pulling wheat, pulling grain, pulling sugar. Eventually, currently I'm not buying my sugar in Montana, although I am talking to some beet sugar farmers, and we're going to buy that instead. And I don't care what the cost is. I just want to be able to say 100% Montana grown and distilled. By the way, I happen to pick up the one that is 100% Montana distilled and grown. It is, yes, Montana water. So we're very proud of it. And so when we realized that we are pulling nutrients out of the soil of Montana, out of the ground of Montana, we wanted to then turn around and honor those that stand on the ground of Montana and call Montana home. For those of you who know, Zena and I are in the real estate industry to a pretty large degree. And so on a larger picture, we are in the housing industry. And you don't have to be in the real estate industry to understand that housing, and more specifically, affordable housing opportunities in Montana are very challenged. Okay, it's not impossible, however, it's very difficult. And if you happen to be, as Uriah and Anna are, in the service industry, in the hospitality industry, it's even harder, okay? Because now you have to declare your tips, and you don't want to declare your tips because we all know what that means. However, it becomes challenging. So we call that an affordability gap. When we rebrand this company, Hidden Lake Spirits will also create a foundation. And the foundation is going to create grant opportunities, and pay attention, Jackie, you're going to love this because this is universal to all real estate agents. It'll create grant opportunities so that hospitality industry employees can access free grant money. Not a second mortgage, not a repayment plan, free grant money funded by $2 from every bottle sold from Hidden Lake Spirits. Free grant money to help them become homeowners in Montana. The only requirement is you have to be in the hospitality industry. You have to be a Montana hospitality industry employee. And you have to want to buy a home, right? Now, we also expanded the menu a little bit because not everybody is in a position for sometimes personal reasons to not buy a home. So we'll offer 0% interest loans for those who are going to rent an apartment or a house and need some assistance with the security deposit. So we'll offer assistance there too, because with rent rates also being kind of high, first, last, and security is a little bit cumbersome, right? This is what I have titled Distilled to Make a Difference. And it comes back to the fact that when we looked at what happens when we build this product, we're pulling nutrients out of Montana's soil that we're all very proud of to make this product that we're very proud of. And so I felt it only made sense. In fact, it's kind of obligatory that we pay tribute to those that stand on Montana and call Montana home. There's a 13-to-1 ratio. 13 million visitors to 1 million residents in Montana. I think we stand a pretty good chance at making a really big impact on affordable housing or making housing more affordable for our hospitality employees with Hidden Lake Spirits. That's our business.